Okay, so I have my first frame of honey that is 90% capped. Now we're gonna try to get some honey out of this frame. Let's see how it goes. All right, here goes nothing. The first thing people do, they say, is to take this capped honey off, and all you have to do is use this knife to take the capped honey off into a strainer, and then the honey will fall off that into the through the strainer into the bucket. I would say it's not hard. It's not hard to cut, but it's also not super easy. So you remove this, so now it's in here. Close it up. This desperately needs to be held down, so I'm gonna hold it down and stop this. So after fighting with it for 15 minutes, because it was spinning like crazy and I obviously don't have it bolted down, not really that much, unless it just takes time for it to work itself down the side. I'm not really sure, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so I do have honey coming out, going through the strainer. My only question is, like, how long is this supposed to take? Because there's so much honey that hasn't run down the side yet. And then obviously there's some that's not gonna be able to make it through that hole at the bottom, because there's a pretty generous space between the bottom and that hole. So I'm just like figuring out, like, why is that not moving? How long does this take? We'll see. All right, it's now morning. There's still some residue on the side, and most of it drained out, and I was able to get it into a bucket. It was only one frame, so there's not that much honey. And then what I learned from the Facebook group is that I could just bring this outside and the bees will take whatever extra honey is left, and then whatever is not left, I just take a hose and wash out the inside and drain it out. And that's not a big deal. Actually, pretty easy solution. I will be back with how much honey I actually got in the few. All right, so this is what's left so far. I need to use a spatula and scrape off the honey that's still left in that extractor, but this is the cappings that came from the capped honey. So what I'm gonna do is just save these, and then I just chew on them, and then get all the honey off of it as I'm chewing it, and then what's left is just the honeycomb. Really, that's what it looks like. It's just a honeycomb that's left. So that I'll eat. Everything else went through, and so that's how much honey I have from just that one frame, plus whatever I'm able to scrape out more of and add to it. But I just wanted to kind of clean this up. I'll be back with a full video of it in total when I am done. All right, I got the rest of the honey out of the extractor, and this is how much we have. It's tough to put an exact amount on how many ounces or whatever is on here, but it's pretty heavy. I'm happy with this weighing one frame. Obviously you time this by 8 and you get a lot of honey. Okay, we're gonna pour our first bit of honey out. And that's honey, folks. in the end, I got 3 12-ounce bottles of honey. However much is in here, which is probably another bottle. And then all this extra comb that I'm gonna be able to eat. But by eat, I mean chew, get all the honey out, and then I spit out the remainder. This is one frame of one super frame, which is smaller than a brood frame. Imagine 8 to 16 of these. That's encouraging.